What's up, everybody? How you doing today? 2 for Tuesday. Only on 95X. Let's do a how old are you check today. So when I was a kid, there was only that I remember. So this is probably going back to like middle school, back in the days at I don't even know, Ray Junior High School. So that would have been, God, 83, 84, somewhere's in there. I remember riding on the bus, and our bus driver was cool. It couldn't have been Ray. I walked to Ray. Must have been Durgie. Sorry. Must have been Durgie. Our bus driver was cool and used to play the radio in the morning. And it was always 94 Rock. Now, this is in Syracuse. 94 Rock. And I remember one morning, the radio's playing, and me and all my buddies in the back of the bus, hooting and hollering, and we're like, what is this god-awful music? It was like, whatever the pop music was of the day, like Michael Jackson or whatever. And all of a sudden the station said, today introducing Y94 FM. What happened to 94 Rock? So then everybody switched over and they started listening to 95X. And does anybody out there remember the bumper stickers that said Y94 when there's 95X? I don't know what made me think of that this morning, but when I said, when the giant fish goes with your line, you're supposed to go with your rod. That's how this whole fishing thing works. I'm still learning. It's only my first day. Yeah, so when I said 2 for Tuesday, that was the first thing I thought about. It was the old days listening to the radio, which I don't listen to the radio anymore. I haven't listened to a radio station on regular radio in, God, years and years. And the only thing I listen to now is Sirius XM, Channel 23, the Grateful Dead channel, 24/7. The music of your life. Yeah. All right, so I'm done with my FM DJ voice for the morning. But anyway, it was cold this morning. My phone said 34, but it must have been colder than that because the boat had a whole layer of frost on it this morning. I had to low crawl down on the dock to get into it so I didn't fall and break my hip or something, or start screaming help, I've fallen, I can't get up. So it was chilly this morning. And I got out here, I left the dock at 6:30. I went over and checked a windward shallow rock point. And I was throwing stick baits in there and swim baits until the sun got fully up. So 7:15 maybe. Not a bite, not a touch, not a nothing. So I'm like, And at that point, I came out into an east wind. And by the time I'd fished through that area, it had switched southeast and then south. And right now, all morning it's been somewhere between southeast and south. It's blowing all of 10, maybe a little more. But because it's going across the lake as opposed to with the lake, there's no waves. It's a nice drift. I'm pushing right along at 0.4 to 0.5. So I left that spot and I drove straight south across the lake. I'm on the west end. This week has been great. This has been like the gas saver week because this deep west end is full of fish. Perch, smallmouth, walleyes, bait. So I went straight south until I hit the northern edge. Okay, so South Shore, the northern edge of the weed line. And then I started my first drift. And that first drift, I started with Homie the Clown, i1baits, Bad Boy Blade, Homie the Clown pattern, black gold with the red sparkle dot on, the kill dot on it. And Homie went to work. First drift, second cast, and it was second, third, and fifth cast. I had 2 big smallmouth and a walleye, keeper walleye. No, it was just shy. It was 14 and change. And I drifted all the way across to the North Shore, to the southern edge of the North Shore weed line. I didn't do squat over there. So I came back and I've stayed on the south side, the South Shore weed line for the rest of the morning. Now I kept staggering my drifts down. I went back and got on the same drift that I did good on, and I didn't do anything. So I drifted halfway across the channel, and then I went and I kept moving west every time I would reorientate. And at this point now, I don't know if anybody can see it. The beach is right there. Right there. So that's for my buddy Tony Delamort, who was goofing around with me yesterday and said he wanted to know the exact location. There's the exact location, Tony. And every time I've moved my way back down in here, I've had fish. It's been all smallmouth except for that one walleye this morning. Now, once this sun really got up, I put Homie to rest. Now I've went through about 8 other baits all morning long, and I've went swim baits multiple times, different colors, Kitex, different size heads, fishing them on my finesse rods with straight 6-pound fluorocarbon that I'm casting those swim baits on. So I really get a nice finesse. I can use a nice light head. They didn't want it. I didn't touch a fish on a swim bait, shockingly. I fished chatterbaits, the A-rig, and spinner baits. Nothing. I switched over when the sun got up. I went through a silver blue flake rot jaw blade. Nothing. I went to that good yellow gold rot jaw blade that we had working the other day. Nothing. I threw my big purple people eater moonshine, and I did have a nursery walleye. He was that must be weeds right there. When you're going across this channel right here, it doesn't take long to come up on the other side. You have a very short window where there's no weeds, and if you're bottom fishing like I am, I'm jigging a blade, you've got limited amount of time. And I'm assuming these fish are right, so again, like I said, there's weed lines on both shore, north and south. It comes like this. In the middle is a little bowl, and it's not much deeper than about 15 and a half feet from here all the way to the 81 bridge. But yeah, that big purple people eater moonshine, I had a good perch and a nursery size walleye, about 6 inches. And then I switched to the i1baits silver disco ball, which is what I'm throwing right now still. Although I just come into where I can see the weeds, so I'm probably all done for the day. So there's my disco ball right there. And like anything else, I love magic markers, so mine says TAA on it. With black and red, just to break up that silhouette a little bit. I don't know if the fish down there realize that that's a signature series blade and they should eat it or not. They should though. So, all right, so that's my morning. It was lights out right out of the gate. I thought for sure that I was going to be on to something that was just a banner day. So I think my total tally, I think I had 5 or 6 smallmouth, 2 short walleyes, and a perch. So pretty fun morning for a Tuesday. And I think that's going to do it. So I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. I hope your week is progressing nicely. Tomorrow's hump day. Syracuse got moved up a couple spots in the polls. I'm still waiting to hear from 2 of the people. I'm gonna give them till this afternoon. Till tomorrow morning. Barbara got a hold of me on Messenger on Facebook, so I'll be getting her sticker out. Thank you very much, Barbara. I didn't realize it, obviously by name, but when Scott and I were heading in Saturday, early after, about lunchtime, we ran into Barbara and her crew on a pontoon boat in the river. And there was 4 of them. She told me that's who it was, and so thanks everybody for watching. They're from down in Quakerstown, PA. They come up on the weekends to fish Our Lady O, which I can't blame them. If I lived far away, I'd drive all the way too, because this lake's awesome. So, all right, everybody. Thanks. You. Thank you. Have a great day. If you're working, don't work too hard. Be awesome today. Do something nice for somebody else. And I will see everybody tomorrow morning. We put a new video out last night, and I fell asleep on the couch and forgot to share it. So I'll share that when I get in, but go watch it. And it was from when Mike Urema from i1baits and I took out Jim Carker, who was the winner of the 1,000 giveaway extravaganza. And we didn't do much for fishing that day. We did have a lot of laughs and had a lot of fun. And Mike and I hopefully will get Jim back out here this fall when it's a little better and we can get him out of a tree stand. But, or Mike for that matter, because I'm sure he's been bow hunting already. Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Keep your tip up.